Hi guys, and welcome back to another lesson. In today's lesson we are going to be looking at multiplying and dividing integers and what that means when we're talking about negative and positive numbers. So if we're multiplying a positive by a positive, we end up with a positive answer. If we're multiplying a negative times a negative, and so we can see there positive times a positive equals a positive, a negative times a negative equals a positive times a negative equals a negative, and a negative times a positive equals a negative. So again, like in the last lesson we watched, if it has two of the same signs multiplied together, it's going to be positive, one of each, it's going to be negative. Now that's only if we're working with two integers. When we start looking at three, which we have an example here, it's a little bit more tricky. So dividing integers, so a positive divided by a positive gives us a positive. A negative divided by a negative gives us a positive. Positive times a negative is a negative, and a negative times a positive is a negative. So let's do some examples. So negative 4 multiplied by positive 7. So again, we remember that a negative multiplied by a positive equals a negative. So our answer in the end is going to be negative. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go, well, 4 times 7. Well, 4 times 7 is 28. Knowing that our answer is negative means that negative 4 times positive 7 equals negative 28. Now, negative 9 times negative 5. So negative times a negative equals a positive. So our answer is going to be positive. So 9 times 5 is 45, So our answer is positive 45 because we've got the two negatives, creates a positive answer. Negative 30 divided by negative 5. So negative divided by a negative equals a positive. So our answer is going to be positive. And 30 divided by 5 gives us 6. So we end up with positive 6, or just 6 is fine. Now positive 48 divided by negative 6. So maybe we can leave this, maybe you can pause it. I want you to do this one by yourself and then come back. So positive times divided by a positive, start again. A positive divided by a negative equals a negative. So positive 48 divided by negative 6 gives us a negative 8. Okay, so got a little bit of a different example here. This one is still a division. It is written as a fraction, but a fraction is a different way of saying a division. So 28 divided by negative 7. So a positive divided by a negative gives us a negative, so our answer will be a negative. And 28 divided by 7 gives us 4, so our answer is negative 4. Now, this one is what I was talking about earlier, that when there's 3 of them, it's a bit more challenging. So a negative times a negative equals a positive, but then that positive times a negative gives us a negative, so we end up with a negative answer. So negative 3, we could just start by saying 3 times 5 is 15, and 5 times 2 is 30, and our answer is going to be negative, so we know that, 15, times 2, negative 2 is negative 30, because we know that negative 3 times negative 5 equals 15, and then times that by negative 2 gives us a negative 30. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please make sure you ask, otherwise see you in the next lesson. Bye guys!